Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to pre-market update. We'll start with today S&P 500 cycle analysis, which is working out perfectly. Then we will review other major indices like Nasdaq, Dow Jones, Russell 2000, and we'll also review crypto. Hit the like button, guys, if you like the content. Only takes 1 second to hit the thumbs up button. I really appreciate that. All right, so cycle analysis is in this declining phase. It started around last Friday, and we already are a couple days into it. And this is declining phase. Now we did get jobs report pre-market, and market is pumping. This is S&P 500 up 0.62%, Nasdaq up almost 0.9%. You can see all the major indices are pumping. Bitcoin also up 1%. So that's okay, but we are in a declining phase right now. All right, so just look at here what happened here in sometime in August, late August. We were in this declining phase and we were just getting chop around. Okay, this chop around, and then last 4 days we got a decline. So that could also happen. All right, we could get like we were going down and then we can go up, just chop around instead of going down like this in this declining phase, we could just chop around, or we could just chop around and complete the entire declining phase with just doing nothing. So that's another way of avoiding a decline and still being positive in a declining phase. So just keep that in mind. So you can see we were just chopping around, flagging, and then boom, okay, in the next rising phase. So that can also happen. So keep that in mind. So we could avoid major decline by just staying here and then a bounce and then this bounce. So this is going to be a buy the dip if we get a nice pullback, but if we do not, then this nice bounce is going to probably take us to 5,900 to 6,000 easily towards the end of year. So we'll see how that goes. And if I go to live market, let me show you the levels. You can see level here. We came to the buy zone. This indicator is telling me we came to the buy zone here on 3rd of October, yesterday around 4 p.m. end of day, and you could have bought end of day, tested, and now we are in a selling phase. Give me a second. All right, so we are in a selling phase, so you could have easily made from here, dump to the rising phase, or selling indicator 1% here. All major indices were like that. Nasdaq also came to the sell buy zone, sorry, and now to the sell zone, easily 2% profits. And I think Bitcoin might have done that too. You can see Bitcoin came to the buy zone here and now touching the sell zone, almost 3% profits. Ethereum is a bit weaker, but same thing here. Even if you bought here yesterday, here is yesterday, and to where we are right now, easily 3% profits as well. If you want to know more about this indicator, subscribe to my channel, click the join button in the description of this video. I share these levels with my subscribers every hour. Once you join, put a comment in the video, tell me your user ID of YouTube, and I will add you to Discord member only group. All right. Okay, so we are in now area to take profit. All right, in the day trading chart. So if you bought yesterday, you could have easily made around 1.5 to 2% on S&P 500. Leverage 3x could have made easily. You can see SOXL is almost a 5%. If I show you SOXL, you can see here touching here pre-market. Here I shared with my subscribers that I'm buying SOXL here. Um, and people are in this watching video. If you remember, you can comment. You can see I was telling everybody I'm buying here, and from where I bought a couple of days ago to where I am right now, I made 14% profit easily on SXL trade. So this indicator is pretty good and works genius for me. All right, so let's go back to where we were at MES S&P 500 cycle, and this is live market. Now another thing on live market which is happening is we are closing above this green line, which is very good, which is the first. Last time we closed above this. This is daily chart. This closed to the high, we made 4.5%. Here we had a close above that to the high, we had almost 6%. So you can see this closing above this green line is significant. The market is not done yet, day is not done. But on Friday today, if we can close above this, it's going to be very significant and it's going to be a major win for bulls. And Nasdaq, same thing here, trying to close above this green line. So you can see again, every time we close above green line, we pump. Here we closed above green line. So here to top 11%. Here we closed above green line to the top 7%. Here we can see almost 8% as well. So let's see if we get another 8% pump. There is a gap on triple Qs, so it's gonna open on a gap up. Probably it's gonna try to fill this gap. So there's a gap at the bottom, gap at the top. They're right now in the middle. So from where we closed yesterday to the gap is almost 3%. So we already up to 1%. 2 more percent will close that gap. We'll see how that goes. And uh, Dow Jones, same thing, trying to close above green line. We don't know if it will close. We are opening on a gap up. Let's see if it's going to fade or it's going to keep going higher. We'll see when that happens. There is a gap. You can see Dow Jones had a gap around 421. This yellow line, they are filling that gap right now. And on Russell also, they are opening on a gap up. And here's Russell. You can see trying to close above green line. So all these major indices are trying to make a big move to close above this green line. And whenever that happens, you can take it for granted. We're going for the next couple of days of nice bull rally. So, and let me show you the levels very quick on these other indices. Nasdaq is here. Buy zone is below 19,800. Now we are in the sell zone, which is about 2175. And then Dow Jones is also in the sell zone. You can see touch the buy zone. It's above 42,536. And then Russell 2000, same thing in the sell zone right now. Let's move to crypto now. Bitcoin is again in chopping around here. And if I go to daily chart of Bitcoin, um, now it's it's finding support on this light blue line, which is 200 EMA. All right, you can see this light blue line trying to find support here and trying to bounce. Still a higher high, higher low scenario here on Bitcoin. You can see change in trend, high, low, higher high, higher low. Still it can go higher. So if you're a bull, it really needs to hold. And I want to see this green line cross above red line. And it's curving right now. So which is good news that they're trying to reverse this trend and move above. So next resistance is probably going to be this another dark blue line, which is around 63K. BTC futures, CME futures, no gaps to the top. So let's see if it next target could be here around 68K. But there are also all these gaps to the downside. So keep that in mind. And on Ethereum, you can see Ethereum also still high low. This is a still high low. You can see high, high, low, higher, high, high, low. If it can bounce, it's going to be nice. Ethereum has multiple gaps, all right? Ethereum has a gap here around 2700, then gap here around 2900, 3000, and then major gap. So I think it's going to go fill these couple of gaps and then decide the next move. But a lot depends on Bitcoin, what Bitcoin is going to do. All right, Hang Seng Index China is just a rocket launcher. Let's see where this rally stops. Just keeps going straight up, which is very, very weird and interesting. I do think it's gonna stall sometime, maybe at least flag to consolidate. Is there's no point chasing these Chinese stocks right now, and all the other stocks are pumping, which is very good news. SOXL is up almost 6% pre-market, amazing. AVGO looking for new highs, NVDA looking for new high, AMD, all these yellow lines are gaps to fill. Um, AMAT material, applied material also. You can see big gap here, looking for that. You can see all these chip stocks has major gaps. Qualcomm has all these major gaps. Liam Research, this big gap down, that's gonna fill at some point, guys. Look at all these semiconductors, big gaps here. It's all gonna fill. TSM is already doing good, but there's also a gap here. Micron, you can see all these major gaps. Imagine how much upside is in semiconductor industry with all these stocks at the bottom right now. Okay, so let's keep moving. Gold is flagging. Let's see. I'm not interested in buying because it's making new high with divergence in PPO and RSI. I'm going to stay away from gold and silver. Too high for me right now. Copper also flagging, can probably go high. Crude oil, interestingly, change in trend. Okay, so this thing we can delete this. So now again you can see change in trend due to the issue with the war. So you can see higher high, higher lows, and natural gas also going higher. Next gap is here around 335, 3.53 palladium. coming back on support. You should be looking to buy here. Soybeans also flagging. Next target is here around 1138. Sugar is also flagging, trying to go higher. Very good news on sugar is above all moving averages, trying to build a nice pull trend. Looking for a nice look to buy the dip on sugar. Wheat also very good news. Broke out of all moving averages. This is very bullish last couple of days. Now coming for a back test, and if it's going to hold here above 570, it's going to go higher, way higher. Corn is same thing, above all moving averages. It needs to hold here and then bounce. Dollar is, oh wow, dollar, this is really interesting. Dollar is going higher as well as Bitcoin is going higher, but gold is going lower because dollar is going higher. So you can see nice support here. Dollar is holding support and bouncing. So very interesting. And let's look at other indices. Apple, couple of gaps to the top side, looking to go there. Amazon, multiple gaps. Nice decline here, but I think this would be a good nice buy the dip, and now it's opening almost 2.5% up pre-market. So looking for all these gaps to fill. Netflix also nice consolidation, looking for new highs. Google, another good trade if you could have taken it. Looking for a nice rally on Google. Meta is also already at new all-time high. Just sky's the limit. Microsoft is another good trade. So Amazon, Microsoft, and Google are good trades. Still a couple of gaps to fill. Tesla, after delivery reports down, but still this gap down is going to be filled around 256. And yeah, I think that's about it. If you have any particular stocks you want me to review, let me know, guys. Put a comment. And this is VIX. After a nice, I always say every time VIX is above 20, that's a good time to buy stock market. Um, and you could see it went above 20 last couple of days. Now there are a couple of gaps. So if it crushes to below 14, that's going to be a nice rally on S&P 500. We'll see how it goes. All right, guys, that's it for today. Hit the like button. I'll talk to you later.